Let us solve the exercise number 8 in the part A of Python lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to write a pandas program to join the two given data frames along their rows. And what they have said here is the sample data frame may contain details of students like roll number, name, and total marks. So in order to use this, we need to have the pandas installed on our system. So how do we install the pandas? If you can even search the Google for that. To install the pandas, you have to just say pip install pandas. That's the only thing that you need to do. And where are you going to do it? So click here and type cmd for the command prompt, or you can also type the command prompt. Open the command prompt, and then you have to type the same thing, pip install pandas. Okay, definitely you have to have the internet connection. Press enter, and the pandas will be downloaded and it will be installed on your system. So it may take some time for it to download and install. I'm going to pause the video and continue afterwards. So if everything goes successful, you will notice that it will not only install pandas, it will also install the numpy along with that, and also the some other packet, the modules along with it. Now, if it is already installed in your machine, and if you try to reinstall it, because I've already installed it, you can notice over here, it says successfully installed the NumPy and all the others. Okay. So if it is already installed in your system, and if you go, for example, if it is done already installed in the machines which are there in the college, and if you try to again type pip install pandas, what you are going to see is it will say this already the requirement is already satisfied. Okay, so it's going to just ignore this message. This is not for the pandas, this is for the pip itself, that is the package installer itself. So here you will notice that pandas, numpy, and all the others are already installed. The requirement is already satisfied, so you cannot again and again you can't install it. So when you are doing it in the college, there is no need to try this because it's already installed on your system. Maybe if you're doing it in your laptop, you may have to try this thing. So with that, let's go ahead and let's solve the program. And I have with me the Visual Studio. First thing I'm going to do is I will disconnect the internet. Give me a second. So I will go to the file and I'm going to say new folder. And within the new folder, I'm going to select my project. Okay, done with that. And I will click here and all my programs are available. I'll click on the new file, and this is the, let's look at the exercise. This is the exercise number 8. So let me try again. So this is a8.py. Done. Let me click here and let's start with the first part. We have to import the pandas because they said it is using the pandas. So I'm going to say pandas as PD. Generally, the pandas will be installed as a PD. So that's a common letter that is used for that. So here, if you look at the question, they have not asked us to input the data frames. So what they have said here is the sample data frame. So there is some sample data frame, and we are supposed to do that. That contains the roll number, name, and total marks. So I assume that there are two data frames are there, and I'm going to use it. So let's first create the list. Say we have the first list, the first thing that we have here, the dictionary that we are going to create. In that dictionary, we have the first one is the roll number, whatever they have said here. So it can, this is not really required again. So the one that contains roll number, name, and the total marks. So let's go ahead with that. So we have the roll number. You can try this small case also. I don't think so. The spelling makes the difference. So this is the one dictionary that I'm going to create. And the roll number, again, to minimize the typing, I will say the first roll number is 1, second roll number is 2, and the third roll number is 3. So this is the one component. Then they said the second part what they have said is name. So let's go ahead with the name and put a colon. So we will create the name. So let's create the name again. I'm going to type the short name with the three letters. So Ria, Abhi, make it as AVI, yeah, and maybe J. So this so that I can reduce typing. And the last thing that they have said here is so if you look here, the roll number, name, and the last one happens to be total marks. So let's go ahead and let's create the total marks. So I'm going to say total marks without space. I'm going to do that. So let me put it in double quotes. Okay, you can make it as a single quote or double quotes or anything. Okay, yeah, what is this? You can put it in double quotes also. There is nothing wrong in that. So marks, let's say 95, 89, 90. So 3 marks are there. So this is the one set that we have created. You can keep on creating many others, but okay, let's create this one. This is one done. Let me copy this Control C and Control V. There is something called as Control D. Actually, Control D is not working. In some of the editor, you can use Control D. That is duplicate the line, but it's not working here. So let's go ahead with the Control C and Control V. So this is data set 2, and the roll number is 4, 5, and 6. Again, I'm going to use a 3-letter name here. So let's start with the maybe Anna and Lee. So you may find that these are strange names, but I'm trying to reduce typing by making it as a 3 letters word here, Eva. So I just searched the internet for 3 letters name, and I got these names which are 3 letters. So let's type some marks here, maybe 94 and 97 or something like that. So we have 2 dictionaries here. Using this dictionaries, let's create the data frame. So how do you create the data frame? So remember, we have this panda with us, PD as our panda. So we'll go to this panda PD, and using this PD, we are going to say create the data frame. So where is this thing gone? Okay, using this, I'm going to say data frame, and I'm going to use the first dictionary. So data 1. So this is the for the first one. I'm going to copy this Control C, Control V, and this is the data frame 2, and I'm going to say this is D2. So the first one is here, and the second one will be here. Okay, done. Let's first print what is given here. So I'm going to say given sample, there is a sample data frame. Okay, let me make it as a D capital data frames. Okay, try that. Okay. I'm going to print them now. Before I print it, I will print the dashed lines here. So let me just say dashed line, and I will make 40 repetition so that it looks nice. Okay, that's why I'm doing it. Then I'm going to say print the data frame 1, df1. Next, I'm going to copy this Control C and Control V. And second time, I'm going to print the D2 as the data frame. And let's combine them together, and let's print them. So I'm going to say the combined data frame CDF is how do you combine them? So I'm going to go to the PD, which is my panda. You know that PD is this panda that I'm referring to. So PD, and within this PD, I'm going to use concatenate. So concatenate the two data frames. So how do you concatenate two data frames? So you have to use, they have already shown here. Okay. So first data frame is a df1, and the second data frame is df2. However, we must ignore the indexes, otherwise it will come in a very different way. So ignore index is true. Otherwise, you can, if you ignore this, if you don't put this one, and you can try what is going to happen. I won't waste my time in explaining the things over here. So try it and see for yourself what is going to happen. Now let's go with the combined data frame. So this is what I'm going to set. Let's start with the D with the capital data frames. Okay, combined data frame. Okay, let me do that thing, and I will just print the same thing. Control C and Control V. And what is this? This will be the CDF because it is going to be the combined data frame, the one that I have concatenated. So you can try this one without this also, it's going to work. If you don't put this one also, it will work. And you can see for yourself what is going to happen if you don't do that. If you don't put this, what's going to happen, and if you put that also, what's going to happen. I will leave it as an exercise to you. So that's the only thing you need to do. Right click here and just run it, and you must be able to see the output here. So let me show the output. I'm going to try it one more time, and this is what you see. This is the first one, roll number. The ignore this is the indexes. That's why I said ignore the indices. This is the roll number. You can notice here, roll number, name, total marks. Similarly, roll number, name, total marks. So you have two frames, and the combined thing, roll number, name, and total marks. This is the only thing that you need to do in this exercise. You can try this even in the which one you ideally. So Control C and Control V. Go here and assume that I have typed the code. I'm going to say file and then save, and I will save it in the proper location. Let me go here and let me save it as A8. And if you run this one, this is what you're going to see. So same thing you are going to see. That's all in this exercise. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.